Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm welcome and heartfelt congratulations to Northern Kentucky University's 7th president, Dr. Cady Short-Thompson.
My goodness, I just want to take a moment to just look at you because I never want to forget this moment. It is special for me. I am Cady Short-Thompson, and I am your 7th president, and I could not be happier to be here with you today and to be home. I want to begin today by thanking NKU's Board of Regents for their unanimous support of this decision. I am honored. I particularly wish to thank Board Chair Rich Bainey, Vice Chair Nathan Smith, and Board Secretary and Search Committee Chair Kara Williams for their wonderful leadership. I cherish this opportunity, and I will work very hard with and for all of you. I especially want to thank and recognize my husband of 32 years, my high school sweetheart, Steve Thompson, for valuing my dreams and my ambitions as much or more than his own. Steve and I look forward to moving to Kentucky. Woo! Right? To work and live and play with all of you. And I have to say, Norse Athletics, get ready. Get ready. Steve and I will be cheering you on every chance we get. It will be date night, right? Steve and I have 3 grown children, Alex, Sky, and Seth Thompson, and each of them are on their respective college campuses this morning, hopefully in class right now. Alex and Sky are students at the University of Michigan, and last month, Seth, our youngest, just began his college career at the University of Cincinnati. I am so proud of them. I also want to thank my sister and best friend, Carrie, who's here with us today, who is my greatest encourager. I could not love Carrie more. And I want to thank my NKU brother, Dr. Russ Proctor, and his wife, Pam. Russ was a mentor to me as a professor. Then he was a friend, and now he is a brother. I am grateful for him. So for those of you who haven't met me, I know many of you know me, allow me to introduce myself. For the last 2 years, I have led as the CEO of Breakthrough Cincinnati, an educational equity nonprofit which serves high-need, high-potential middle and high school students. Breakthrough prepares students for college and career success, as well as inspires a diverse cadre of future teachers. In this role, I have enjoyed raising money, working with superintendents and community partners, and nurturing a really creative team and talented board who have been invested in our students and the families we serve. Before that, I enjoyed 25 years in higher education as a professor and as a successful academic leader. I served as provost at Hope College in Michigan from 2017 to 2021, where I nurtured high-quality academic programs and services. I also worked hard to grow their enrollments and their resources. I worked to modernize their processes and increase equity. I also worked to improve accreditation, compliance, and much, much more. For the 7 years before that, I served as the Dean of the University of Cincinnati Blue Ash College, a role much like a university president. At UC Blue Ash, I built and led a motivated team to re-envision the college and to rename it and rebrand it. And we built a student-centered, inclusive culture. We created new programs and student success support initiatives and services. We renovated and constructed new buildings. We grew enrollments through the roof and raised record levels of funding. At UC, I also served as the elected chair of the UC's Council of Deans, and I chaired the UC Diversity Council. I served on dozens of committees and task forces to learn the complexity of a large institution, its operation, and its budgets. It was a thrilling 7 years for me to serve at my alma mater. And from 1996 to 2010, I began my career here at Northern Kentucky University as a professor of communication, as a graduate program director, and as department chair. At Northern, I developed a love of scholarly teaching, a passion for student access and for student success, a commitment to shared governance, and a deep sense of student-centeredness, and for inclusion, which have all shaped my entire leadership career. NKU was the ideal environment for a young and ambitious faculty member. Early in my career, I was offered opportunities to lead and to manage programs and projects that other universities would have assigned to far more senior faculty members. And I credit my NKU departmental colleagues for professionally raising me. Bress Proctor, Steve Boyd, Steve Weiss, Pat Moynihan, and Gott Ragsdale. These men built into me as a junior faculty member, providing me with leadership opportunities, support, and friendship. When I was only 27 years old, they saw something in me, and they often praised my leadership talents. What they said to me over and over again was, "Cady, someday you will be president of Northern Kentucky University." I have had the great fortune of serving several great presidents in my career, none better than NKU's fourth president, Jim Vitruba. In my second year at NKU, Jim arrived, and his leadership changed everything. He had remarkable leadership strengths of listening and leading strategically to advance the institution, to strengthen NKU's identity, and to redefine engagement in this region, and work well with seemingly every single constituent, Jim. He built a campus and a culture that would serve NKU's important mission for years to come. I learned many lessons from President Vitruba. These NKU role models of mine, these opportunities and lessons, they align well with values of how I was raised. Allow me to share a few stories that inform my own leadership. I am the product of a really loving family that values education, potential, positivity, and equity. My parents named me Cady after Elizabeth Cady Stanton, who worked with Susan B. Anthony and many others to earn women the right to vote. So you could say that access and equity are foundational to me. My now 90-year-old father has always said that he was glad to raise his 3 daughters in a time that we could become whatever we wanted. And we have. But it was my mother who most shaped my identity, my interest in school, and my overall sense of confidence. Every single day of my childhood, as I prepared to leave for school, my mother hugged me and she said, "Cady, I love you. Now go and show them how smart you are." And so I did. Every day I walked to school, I had a spring in my step. I knew that I was loved and I always felt smart. What great fortune I have had. Anyone who knows me recognizes that I have great passion, a wealth of experience and deep commitment to higher education, and especially to the students who we serve. I learned to love education and respect its power from watching my mother, a first-generation college student. When she was 14 years old, my mother, Kay Short, felt called to become a minister. But the year was 1947, and women were not readily welcomed into ministry at that time. She was advised to pursue a suitable profession for a woman of her era. So she declared education as her major and graduated with a perfect 4.0 in 3 years flat. She taught for a while and then raised her 3 kids, always wishing to return to her lifelong dream of becoming a minister. When I was a teenager, my mother attended seminary, earning another 4.0, and she was juggling a lot. She was working full-time and juggling her 3 daughters and her husband and her aging mother. She graduated with honors and became a Methodist minister at a large church in Montgomery, Ohio. My mother relished her work. She had followed her life's calling. I learned so much from her example, the importance of pursuing one's dream and the transformative power of college education. The lessons I learned from her example are all the more brilliant in my memory, as my mother died of cancer just 6 years later after she earned her degree. I was 24 and she was 58, and while painful, I still remember today how proud she was of herself and the energy that she derived from her work, and the many people that she positively impacted. Because of her example, I pursued my own 3 degrees, one after another, mostly on academic scholarship at the University of Cincinnati. But unlike my mother, I earned my degrees when I was young, and it was so much easier for me. And ever since, like her, I have found sheer joy in throwing myself into important and impactful work. When I crossed the bridge into Kentucky in 1996 to begin my career here with you, those 14 years changed my life. They changed me, and I hearken back to the lessons that I learned in those formative years often. At NKU, I learned the stories of my students, like different versions of my mother's story. So many bright, hardworking students, first-generation college students, students of color, students from different lived experiences, students from households with low incomes, students raising families and juggling jobs, students with complicated lives. Their stories and their voices have remained with me and have motivated me to build excellent and welcoming institutions that can better support their dreams so that they can flourish and pursue their ambitions. At NKU, I learned how the right combination of high quality and innovative education, along with experiential learning in the community and student-centered relationships, have the power to reach and teach students, changing their lives and giving them unique purposes and passions. And now, 13 years later, I am back home with you in this most beautiful full circle moment to serve as your next president. I want you to know that I have led across all areas of the presidential portfolio in my career, and now I am energized and ready to lead you. And all that I have done and all that I know I will bring to you to grow our enrollments, to manage our finances, and to complete the Success by Design strategic plan. I will lead with you into our bright future. So what can you expect from me as your president? Here is what others have said that you can expect in my leadership style. I am unapologetic about seeking excellence in all that we do. I am consultative yet decisive. In addition to starting new programs and services, I'm also good about asking what we should stop doing. I am an active listener and a quick learner, and I do like to synthesize that information thoroughly. And lastly, I'm told that I am a pragmatic visionary. I'm capable of seeing the big vision and picture along with all that's needed to achieve it. And I promise you that I will work tirelessly for all constituents to be informed, invested, supported, and energized about the work ahead. Finally, I stand here this morning and fully recognize the historic significance and weight of being the first woman to preside permanently over Northern Kentucky University. I am here today because NKU believed in me before I, myself, knew what was possible. Like our NKU students, I too know the magic of NKU and its transformative powers. I am a product of NKU's life-changing opportunities and good care. And now I want everyone with a dream of earning a bachelor's, a master's, or a doctoral degree in this region and beyond to know that NKU is the place for you. We will prioritize you. We will invest ourselves in you. You will be known here. NKU is an optimal learning environment with talented and creative people who are focused on your success. NKU is a safe university campus. NKU is accessible online and in person. NKU is affordable and widely recognized as the best ROI in the state of Kentucky. For our current students, I am eager to support you. Steve and I look forward to being a part of your lives, to attend your plays and your concerts, to attend your exhibits and to see your research presentations and so on. We're excited. For the cabinet and the faculty and the staff here, I am eager to work with you. I need you. I need your teamwork, your ideas, inspiration, and intellect. I need your trust and your support. And for our alumni and our donors and our community partners, I need you too. I've lived in this region for 51 years, and I have led for decades. This is an invitation, an open invitation to all of you, all of my former and prospective partners. I can't wait to work with you. And for all of the alumni I personally taught, please come back. Please help me. Please help me to usher in a new and even brighter era for NKU. I need your support, I need your connections, and I need your generosity. On October 2nd, I will formally return to serve as your president. October 2nd is coming quickly. Thank you. And on that day, a new day will dawn, and together we will chase NKU's big, bold, and very bright future for many, many years to come. Friends, there is no place like NKU, and for me, there is no place like home. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.